What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. The new season is finally upon us, and with it comes a massive meta update. A lot of Pokemon buffed, Wigglytuff nerfed. What else could you ask for here? Today, I'm going to showcase a MANTINE team. MANTINE got access to a very cheap bait attack with Twister. It's great coverage. It's honestly great pacing as well for MANTINE, and with your bulk, you have a very unique role in the meta that wasn't really filled before by Flying-type Pokemon. Galarian Stunfisk as well with Earthquake getting a damage increase is going to be amazing, I think, neutrally. And Shadow Sableye, while not directly buffed, it was given access to something that's probably even better than that. It got a Wigglytuff nerf, and that is basically your worst matchup that you ever had. So with Wigglytuff less common, hopefully this team's gonna have a lot of play. Looks like a lot of fun, and it's a blast from the past, so let's see what it can do. But real quick, before we get into the battles, I do want to ask if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into the battles and see the first few games of the season. And first game of this season, let's see what's gonna happen here. MANTINE as our lead up against Cradilly. Dude, who's using Cradilly in this day and age? I guess, honestly, not a great lead. I'm gonna switch into Shadow Sableye here. I have Drain Punch. I've seen a lot of people trying out Drain Punch recently, and I don't think that's a bad idea at all. And what the heck? 6? Wait, am I crazy? I'm not crazy. Okay. Oh, they catch my move. Guys, we're playing insane battlers right now. Rock Slide, I guess, on Cradilly right now. They caught our Drain Punch on the Quagsire. I did need to bait this out, though, so honestly, I'm not super upset with this. I don't know what's happening right now. They're at 5, so they could go for, like, a Mud Bomb here or a Stone Edge in just a second. Do they have Aqua Tail? It's always such, like, a 50-50 on what people's movesets are this early on in this season, right? I'm so confused right now. I think I'm going to shield this up, and I might just catch a move here on my MANTINE. Honestly, they might not get to a second move if they just Mud Bomb. Yeah, they don't actually. Okay, because, like, Rock Slide, sure, that's insane, but at least that doesn't debuff me like they would otherwise. So, I don't know. Maybe we're still in a playable spot, but dude, I don't know what's happening right now. The first day of this season's always full of these weird games, right? Water Pulse is going to land, does a decent chunk of damage. Wish I had Ice Beam there, but I think that you do probably want to have Twister and Water Pulse just as, like, really good coverage into the meta. Do they have Rock Tomb, or are they just going to Rock Slide again? They Rock Slide, okay. That's fine, I guess. I am interested to see what's going to be in the backline with this team, honestly. Ooh, dude, I'm so bad at this game. Unironically, I'm, like, trying to throw as hard as I can right now. I'm just going to let this go. I can't shield MANTINE. Imagine if I didn't just do that. Imagine how much better this game would be. At least we get a lot of energy here on G-Fisk, because they could have Grass Knot, but they could have Bulldoze as well. I guess that's an option. But I'm going to try to go for a Farm Down if possible. They'll go for a Grass Knot. Okay, they're running Grass Knot, Rock Slide. Oh my goodness! Okay, bailed. We got bailed out. Okay, we have Rock Slide for this. We're good. I saw the fire and flying typing. At first, I thought that might be like a Talonflame, and I was like, okay, maybe playable, but Charizard doesn't have Incinerate. I think we're fine. I think we're... Dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, fully charged moves, Axe, and I should also do that. I'm like, dude, I'm just so, like, flustered after this game. This game's too scary. I might need to sign off after this one. This one is just freaking me out here. Air Cutter bait. Oh, no. Unfortunately for them, they don't have the ability to get to a Blast Burn after that Air Cutter, so we're still fine. We're still fine. And I think we win. Rock Slide gets the knockout. We have a move on Sableye, so, like, I don't see how we lose this game necessarily, but I've been trying this whole match. We'll go for the Rock Slide here. Show them the real Rock Slide user, I guess. And we should have the win. So luckily, we're at 100% win rate right now at the start of the season. That's better than it could have been there. What a weird game. All right, next opponent. We got to lock in, guys. That first game was maybe the worst game I've ever played in my life. Drapion. Okay. I guess this is kind of fine. The weird thing about this is, like, they pace evenly with our Twisters to crunches, and I don't think I one-shot with a Water Pulse, so I don't really know how this goes. They're over-farming a lot here, just for fun, I guess. They're at 9 right now. 1 away from another crunch. So we'll see if they get it. Okay, so it's the start of the season. I need to remember this. It's the start of the season. Maybe people don't know exactly the typings, or maybe they're baiting us. They could be baiting us right now. They have another crunch ready to go, potentially. And I guess they CMP us. This is fine. This is fine. If they are on crunch, it still doesn't knock us out. If it's only, like, a single-moved Aqua Tail Drapion, we're also, like, in a really good spot. I'm starting to think it might be single-moved. Let's see, Twister here, pretty strong attack, right? It's a great neutral game, or like neutral attack against all these Pokemon that we're seeing. And honestly, if they do have Crunch, I'm not even convinced a Crunch knocks us out from here. Mantine's pretty bulky. It's just like the Skarmory bulk. It's almost, is it the exact same bulk, I think, of what Skarmory used to be? So it's not even that bad. Okay, well, that's not bad for us to see either. Lucario here is going to do a lot of damage with Force Palm, even with that resist, because Force Palm is actually a pretty strong attack here. But I can resist that with my Flying-type Pokemon, and then I can bring in Sableye, go for super effective Drain Punch here, and I think we're in a really good spot. Alright, CMP here, so they can't get, like, 2 attacks off into us, although if they would get 2 attacks, all it would be is 2 power-up punches. Doesn't matter, I want this thing gone. My Galarian Stunfisk would appreciate not seeing this. They actually do have power-up punch, but we should knock him out now. And then we still have a shield advantage. We have a defense-boosted Sableye. I think we're in a pretty good spot at the moment. Yeah, down goes Lucario. And another Charizard, okay. What's on Fire Spin this time, though? Insane. Fire Spin did not get buffed. Don't use Fire Spin Charizard. I think Wing Attack, Dragon Breath, and Ember all have play. Fire Spin, maybe not as much. Doesn't it get, like, Air Slash, too? Also, don't run Air Slash Charizard. Alright. We'll Shadow Claw that down and take the win. Alright, next opponent. We got the power of the Pug on our side, so surely this one's going to work out pretty well for us. Grumpig. You know, honestly, a pretty intriguing lead matchup to see how it plays out here. I don't necessarily love this with my Galarian Stunfisk, because obviously I'm weak to fighting-type damage, but also my Sableye would much rather be here, so I don't know exactly what to do. Should I switch? I don't know. Maybe I should just play for shield advantage, honestly. I feel like that's not a bad idea. How much does a Twister do here? Like, Twister's a really good move. It's from a Mantine, which is not, like, the strongest attacker in the game, but that does a sizable chunk, actually. So I'm not upset to see that. They're gonna be pretty close to another Dynamic Punch or Shadow Ball in just a second here, though, so I guess we'll see how they play this out. They do let that go. I'm gonna switch out here, try to get a Shadow Claw or 2 through. Snipe them down before they get their next move off. What are you doing? You pug. Okay. Oh, wait. I have Drain Punch. Maybe they no-shield this. Maybe they no-shield, and maybe I'm not in a bad spot. Either way, I do have my Galarian Stunfisk in the backline. That's going to be pretty good here. They do shield, unfortunately. 7, 8. I mean, I'm at defense-boosted Sableye. Do I ever survive this? I'm going to try to. If I do survive this, that's huge. Okay, I don't survive that. Maybe I should have shielded. But, like, still, G-Fisk is gonna be pretty good here, as long as I shield the Dark-type Aura Wheels. And, okay, so they're at the next move here. They could go for a Psychic Fangs bait, but that doesn't help them out too much. Seed Bomb bait, rather. Huh. That's odd to know. Well, what's in the back, then? That's what I am really curious. Why are there so many freaking Fire and Flying types right now? Anyway, that's not bad. That's not bad at all to see, because Rock Slide is so strong into this Pokemon. Honestly, can I just, like, sweep this game with G-Fisk? Does Rock Slide one-shot this? Yeah. We'll just catch the move, I think, on our Mantine. There is a chance that I don't one-shot with Rock Slide, and I don't want to be in a spot there where I, like, really mess up. They Flame Charge. Okay, interesting. I think one Incinerate might not knock us out here. Okay, well, this doesn't really help us at all. We're still gonna win this game, but, like, I now have to shield the next Flame Charge here, and I don't really want to take the next Incinerate, but if Rock Slide one-shots, then I didn't need to do that, but just in case it doesn't, I'm fine going for that, and I can do one more fast move, go for the Rock Slide here, and we should be in a really good spot, where all I need is one Charge Attack into that Morpeko to finish him off. And they showed they're on Seed Bomb, so I guess they probably go, like, Seed Bomb first into a Dark-type Aura Wheel. I think we need the Earthquake to knock out. Rock Slide might not be quite enough here. So as long as I don't get the back-to-back moves here in just a second, we should be fine. Seed Bomb hurts quite a bit, but we do survive. There is a chance Rock Slide could be enough, but I'm not going to risk it here when I know we can get to the Earthquake and just get the knockout. Alright, I'm going to have to look into that. I've never really been a big G-Fisk user, so I don't know how much damage Rock Slide does to Talon. And them getting that farm down there was a little bit scary, but hey, we got the win. That's all you can ask for. Alright, next opponent. Big up pair, rank 3 battler. That's unfair. Oh, but Ninetales. This is exactly why I wanted to try out Mantine today. I think it's one of the better answers to this Pokemon. Oh, well, what if they use their own? That's cheating. They're not supposed to do that. They're at 5 right now, so they do have their own Twister. I can win this head-to-head matchup. but I am a little bit scared to play it out too long. Okay. I try to catch here on a Twister. They did have a chance to react to this. I do wonder if they were able to or not. They did not. Okay, that's huge. That's a big catch. They have another Water Pulse right now. But I mean, at this point, my Galarian Stunfisk is more of just like a sacrificial Pokemon than anything. I don't necessarily need to win Switch. I wouldn't mind winning Switch, but I don't have to. I don't think Rock Slide's going to come anywhere close to knocking out here. Oh, nice catch, I guess, by them onto a Kingdra. Okay, now we know the full team. So my Sableye and my Mantine have a lot of play here. Honestly, these Rock Slides are going to hurt quite a bit. Do they want to no-shield them that much? I don't know if they really do. They might just be out of HP at this point if they end up no-shielding everything this game. Yeah, so we get a shield there. And now I can come in, go for a Twister against them, which, I mean, at this point, a Twister does a lot more damage than a Rock Slide. This probably knocks them out straight up. They could be still on Outrage. I think on Kingdra, though, there's a good chance to be on, like, Swift plus Surf. And I think that's too quick for an Outrage anyway. Like, Outrage is 15 Dragon Breaths. I think that's only a Swift coming through. I'm going to let this go. Yeah, just a Swift. We survived that. And now we have a lot of shields for our Sableye in the back. I might even just get another Twister off here, which we are, in fact, able to, because Mantine was able to bank some energy before switching out. This should just knock out. Twister is such a nice coverage move for Mantine. Makes it way more consistent into the Dragons. Hopefully we're not lagging out here. I would love this game not to lag us out right now. Okay, good. We do get the knockout there. In comes their own Mantine once again, but I'm pretty sure I survive a Twister comfortably enough at least to get another one off of my own, and then 2-shield Sableye just closes up this game. Big Twister. And I also do have access to my my G-Fisk if I needed it, but yeah, I guess they realize at this point not much they can do here. Alright, next opponent. We'll see Mantine up against a Shadow Typhlosion. Oh, you know, I'd love to say this is a good matchup for us because I'm a water type into a fire type, but they are so spammy when it comes to reaching Thunder Punches that as long as they throw in good timing, this is actually not that great for me. But I should be able to at least get some shields down here, which hopefully is a good thing for us. And maybe I can catch a move at some point. I can try to catch like a Thunder Punch on my G-Fisk, which would be a little bit scary if I went for that, but it would be a possibility at least. Alright. Big Thunder Punch here. I would love to see an alignment throw from them right now. No, they do keep on farming. That's fair. What do we do? What do they do? I don't even know. Okay, we'll go for a catch attempt here. We do catch. I mean, there's no way they clicked Blast Burn right here, right? There's no chance they would do that. So we catch a Thunder Punch. Surely. Yep, okay. That's going to do a lot less than a Blast Burn would do. We bait out a low kick Annihilape. Honestly, I don't know if they can knock us out here before I reach an Earthquake. So, how much does this do? Earthquake did get buffed this season, right? I'm honestly kind of going to be excited to see how much this can do to them. That is so much raw damage. That's a non-shadow Annihilape. Just about getting one shot here. And they need a close combat to knock me out. So I'm going to let this go. I can save a shield now, just in case that Typhlosion can get to another move later on. Yeah, they do close combat here. Makes sense. And then I think just come back in Mantine. I survive any move they throw, and I think close combat would do a little bit more raw damage than Rage Fist, but I don't know if they know that. Okay, they actually do. Smart play by them. And down goes the Annihilape. Okay, what's in the back line? We see the final Pokemon is a Florges. Alright. That's playable, but very scary, because Florges here is going to be able to put in a lot of work against us with Fairy-type damage. But hopefully our Sableye is going to put in a lot of work as well. I'm going to just instantly foul play here, just in case they're running a Fairy-type charge move. I want to make sure I get this damage off, guaranteed. Doesn't knock him out. I think I have to no-shield this and hope that my Mantine can close up, or maybe they go for a Chilling Water. They do Chilling, we survive that, and we're not in 2 Incinerate range, so I think we just win. Oh, are we in 2 Incinerate range? Uh-oh. Okay, well, never mind. We might just lose then, because I don't think one Wing Attack knocks out. They might have back-to-back Thunder Punch, and I might just lose this game, actually. I thought I'd survive 2 Incinerates, but I think they have the back-to-back, right? Yeah, no! The Florges in the backline, not what I wanted to see. I needed to overfarm against the Florges then. I needed to overfarm. That's so unfortunate. We gotta win this next one. That was kind of an embarrassing last game. There's ways I could have won it, but I just chose not to. And it's not a good idea to choose to lose games. With that said, we do see a pretty good lead here, but I have to land a Twister to do any real damage, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a catch attempt from them at some point. But they don't catch just yet. Now, Wrap did get buffed this season, so it's going to be able to do a little bit more raw damage, and it guarantees a defense drop every time it's thrown, so it does make this matchup a little bit more dicey than you might expect. But I do survive the Dragon Breath damage, and I will survive the Wrap here as well, so I'm going to try my best to just get both shields down from them, maybe get a 2-shield advantage from my backline. Yeah, we live that. They might catch this move. They do on what? On a Furret. Okay. Well, I don't know exactly what moveset they're going to be on here, but I bet an Earthquake after that Twister damage is going to be enough to knock out. If they're on Brick Break, then, I mean, that's super effective into us, but it's still non-stab. That's 6, so probably a Brick Break here. I could have come in Sableye as well to absorb the damage, but I didn't, so we'll see what happens off that. Big Brick Break, we survive. But I mean, this is where having that Earthquake damage buff might come in clutch, although an Earthquake probably would knock out either way. Honestly, would it? I don't even know. Earthquake's, like, not even the best move in the game. Oh, we get a shield, okay. This is, like, almost a tempting no-shield here, because that is all of their energy down the drain. Do I survive that, too? I do barely. Do I have a Rock Slide? I do. All right. This is an interesting spot to be in, because right now this Furret has shown its moveset, right? It's only on Brick Break and Swift. So it doesn't really have a lot of great ways to deal damage to my Sableye here. Try to go for a catch, doesn't quite work out. They bring in a Lanturn. Okay, this game's gonna get weird. I'm gonna go for a Drain Punch immediately, because I feel like at this point, a Drain Punch plus a Foul Play plus the Shadow Claw damage will be enough to knock out over time. But there is a chance here that with all the energy they have across the board, this game could get a little bit dicey. 8. Okay. If they go for a Surf here, they're only going to be 5 away from their next move. So honestly, maybe I shouldn't have gone for that Drain Punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know if this, I don't know if this actually knocks out. Lanturn is a pretty bulky Pokemon here. And they do have an Aqua Tail loaded. So I have to let this go. Ah, dude, am I about to lose again? Uh-oh, I think back-to-back losses happening right now, actually. Yeah, there's no way I win. There's just too much fast move pressure. I'm washed, guys. I am just so beyond washed, it's not even funny. I committed way too hard into the Sableye win condition, and I didn't know how to play around the Drain Punch. I needed to double Foul Play, I guess. Good to know, but honestly, then I'd take so much damage there. Oh, man. I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing. I guess we're winning the lead again, but, like, honestly, that last Dragonair wasn't even that good for us, because they caught against us. I need to make sure that I don't let a catch happen here, because honestly, that last game kind of fell apart the second they caught the Twister in the lead. Okay, that's a lot of good damage. They actually just let us land the move. Okay, Battle of the Fisks coming through here. This is going to be odd, because I have Earthquake, but they have Spammy or Mud Bomb. So, how does it play out? I bet with Mud Shot as a fast move, I can potentially just one-shot them, though, with Earthquake. And I think we both have, like, the same exact stats, right? Both Stunfisks are the same Pokemon. So as long as I have the higher attack on mine, I should win CMP. And it looks like we do win CMP here. That's good to know. Hey, let that go. That's huge damage to land. All right. I'm going to let this go here. And since I know I win CMP, I can do 5 more and throw the Rock Slide. They have no fast move pressure here. And if they shield this one, honestly, I don't need Switch as much as they probably want it. So I could just let it go. And if they no-shield, there is a chance my G-Fist could get to another move against that Dragonair if they bring it in. They actually do shield that, really. Okay. I mean, that Dragonair took a Twister, right? And while I'm going to take a lot of Thundershock damage on my Mantine if I bring it back in, I think that's still the better play. I'd rather not reveal my full team just yet. Oh, Corviknight. Okay. I'm fine with that. And they throw on kind of bad timing here. I have a lot of energy on this Mantine. I think if Air Cutter boosts, that could be maybe a little bit annoying, but even still, it's not the end of the world here, as long as my Mantine can just spam out 2 Aqua Tails, or 2 Water Pulses, that is. And yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot still. They're going to need to go for a payback to knock us out from this range. They might know that. They might get greedy, though. And guaranteeing just consistent damage here against this Corviknight is going to be huge for us. Or a shield, okay. I think I'm going to no-shield, because if they pay back, that's a lot of energy down the drain, and if they do end up shield, or going, well, if they bait, rather, then no-shielding is good for us. If they nuke, that's a lot of energy down the drain, rather. Yeah, they do go for the full-on heavy-hitting attack there. But now my Sableye should be in a really good spot. Probably just an air cutter coming through against us. But I'm going to shield this up just to make sure I don't get one-shot by a payback, because I haven't been counting as well as I probably should be. And that's only an Aqua Tail. I can survive this, and then just go for a Drain Punch here, knock them out. Shadow Claw down the Ufisk, go for another move into that Corviknight, and that should win us the game. Yeah, I think we're fine. Finally, dude, after that huge losing streak, I think we're fine. I think we're going to win this game. I shouldn't speak too soon yet, though. I have found ways to lose games today that I really should not have. Why do they come in Ufisk? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, we'd probably win either way, but that is an odd play. Big foul play. This should knock him out. And Sableye is going to close this one out. All right, there we go. I mean, that's how Dragonair leads are supposed to go. I'm a little surprised the non-Shadow Dragonair actually survived the Twister as well as they did. All right, Mantine into Shadow Kanto Ninetales. There we go. Another lead that I kind of want to see. I think Mantine's honestly been picking up a lot of good leads here. Oh, I wonder, is there ever a chance this could be running Earthquake now? I sure hope not. But there might be a case for it in this new season. I'm not going to shield this, though, either way, but if they have Earthquake, honestly, good on them. Okay, just Shadow Ball. That's awesome. The best thing about this matchup is I resist rollout so incredibly hard, and I also resist Body Slam, so it takes 3 Shadow Balls if they want to knock us out here. So I should be able to neutralize a lot of what Lickilicky wants to do here. Or maybe get some shields down. And yeah, they do let that go. Makes sense. A little bit of bad timing by them. Shadow Ball's not going to knock us out just yet, so I can let this go. But I also don't think that I knock them out with a Rock Slide here, so I think I have to go for the full-on Earthquake, unfortunately. So that's what we'll do. Earthquake here is going to hurt them quite a bit if they let it go. And if they shield, I don't need Switch, I don't think, because down shields at Ninetales is not that scary. If Ninetales does come back in here, I should get to a Rock Slide before they can farm us down, which is going to do a lot of damage to them. So yeah, we actually just force energy out of them before they end up getting the farm down. And I think I'm fine with that. We have Mantine and Sableye in the backline, both very strong, or at least neutrally good into Ninetales. They do have 1 extra Ember from that matchup, but hopefully that's not going to matter too much. Okay, Kingdra in the back. We'll just Twister this and then get his shield, swap into Sableye, start spamming out Drain Punches, and after the Shadow Claw damage, I think they're going to be in a spot where that could just be enough to knock out. Yeah, they're forced to shield that. And, I mean, they do have Surf nowadays, so they have a cheaper attack they can throw against us that's not, like, resisted by Sableye. I wouldn't be surprised, though. They could go for the crazy play of a Swift Bait even still. Oh, they do Surf us. Okay, nice. That makes sense. They want to get that consistent shield. If I no-shield a Surf right there, maybe they're back in the game. But if I, shield a Swift, they're still not in a great spot. Oh, they let that go. Okay. I mean, at this point, my Shadow Sableye here should just be able to farm them all the way down. That could be a Swift, but I don't see much of a reason to no-shield this at this point. My Sableye is defense boosted. It's going to have a lot of energy. Okay, it is a Surf. And yeah, I mean, we're still in a really good spot here. Shadow Claw does so much damage that maybe we can just put them into Twister range. We also force them to throw a Weather Ball to knock us out. They can never farm us down. Foul Play gets that shield. Makes sense. And they have to throw energy here right now. Or if they don't, we just get another Foul Play off. And this might not knock him out. Kanto Ninetales is actually not a super squishy Pokemon. It's not, like, really bulky, right? But it's bulkier than some fire types. I guess that's still enough. So Sableye just closes out the game. But interesting team by them. I don't hate that one. All right, next opponent. Let's see. Mantine up against a Shadow Cacturn. Yeah, I'd say that's a good lead. We do take a lot of damage neutrally from this thing because it's Cacturn, right? So if they want to stay in, it's not necessarily the worst matchup for them. Shadow for Alligator comes in, though. I don't know how to feel about this, because honestly, my Mantine is pretty good against that Cacturn. Do they shield this? They don't. I think I'm going to just come in with my Shadow Sableye here. Uh-oh. Game? This is looking like a game freeze if I've ever seen one. I was going to say, like, I can just, like, farm down and start Drain Punching the Cacturn, and that would be still fine. I might not get that chance. It's looking like this is a game crash. The first day of the season, sometimes the games are a little bit less ideal. Sometimes you get these crashes, so looking like, unfortunately for us, we're at least going to get, at best, a 3-2 in this set. Finally, next opponent. Dude, the servers are struggling right now. Oh, Seismitoad. You know, it has Icy Wind coverage against us, but I feel like we're still in a pretty good spot resisting Mudshot, right? And being just such a bulky Pokemon here. But yeah, Seismitoad got buffed this season with Icy Wind and Earth Power. Earth Power is not 45 energy like I was kind of hoping it could be. I mean, Earth Power at 45 energy would be broken for a lot of other Pokemon, but I mean, Seismitoad without a broken move is not going to be super good. So I think we're still in a pretty good spot here. Well, maybe, I guess Icy Winds might add up a lot over time and make it so I just can't knock them out either. Although, even after that debuff, Water Pulse does a lot of damage. Alright. And I don't get knocked up by the next Icy Wind after this, so I don't know. I think I'm still in a pretty good spot here. Big Icy Wind. Yeah, easy live. I mean, I should be able to go for the Water Pulse into a farm down, and then just have a lot of energy for the backline. I can switch out if I need to. Once Seismitoad is out of the way, I'm hoping my Galarian Stunfisk is going to be a little bit more neutral into the backline. Yeah, we can just farm this down. Or I guess they do that. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have come in Sableye here for the fast move pressure. Because Shadow Quillfish is a Pokemon with a lot of charge attack pressure. But I think this is still fine. I should get a shield from this. Wow, that is an easy two-shot against us. That is kind of crazy to see. They're at 8, so they have the next Aqua Tail right now. So we'll see what they do. They will win the 2-shield matchup here, it looks like. But that's about it. I think shielding this is not a bad play at this point, because this way I can save my Galarian Stunfisk, and I likely get the second shield from this Quillfish at this point. I can also switch out, which is probably a good idea. At this point, I don't want this thing to ramp up any further than it already has. So we'll see how they play it out. Alright. Oh, they don't realize how quick MANTINE is nowadays. We just have the Twister ready to go. This should knock him out. Shadow Quillfish is a pretty squishy Pokemon, all things considered. Oh, wait. I may have overvalued my MANTINE. Anyway, just getting that damage off there is really nice. Because at this point, Twisters against the MANTINE Mirror match, that's going to chip them down quite a bit. They're in 1 Shadow Claw range on that Quillfish. And honestly, they might not even be able to knock out my Galarian Stunfisk with a single move from this MANTINE. But they are going for a full farm down, so that is, honestly, I think their best course of action they could go with this game. I do wish we sniped down the Quillfish. I wish they didn't have that energy left over. Because right now they have energy on, like, 3 Pokemon this game, and I don't love that. I don't love it at all. Energy on the Seismitoad, the Quillfish, and the MANTINE. This is not as comfortable as I'd like it to be. Shadow Claw does do a lot of damage here, though, so that's good. I mean, I'm gonna no-shield this. I think I have to. Oh, it's only a Twister? Okay. Okay. Nice, and we win CMP against the Seismitoad. So now they don't get the energy off here. I should just be able to Shadow Claw down that Quillfish now and win the game. That was dicey. That was a dicey endgame there, actually. Like, unironically, I almost lost this one. Shadow Quillfish, even though it didn't use Shadow Ball that game, actually putting in so much work into us there. All right, next opponent. There is a chance here that we're going to start losing leads, too, because we've had some pretty good lead matchups so far today. I wouldn't say this is like a lost lead, though. This is honestly pretty fine for us. Depends on what's in the backline, though. But I bet Wing Attack and Twister neutrally are not bad here. So we'll go for the Twister. Oh, they throw an alignment? Okay. I almost wonder if there's ever a case to be made for just switching out here to Sableye. And honestly, it might be risky, but I'm going to do it. I don't want to be locked in here for too much longer. And if I get my Shadow Claw damage into them, that's so nice. And if they stay in to have to shield a Foul Play or just get one shot, that's also pretty good for us. So I'm not upset about that. And also, this Shadow Claw damage has put them into, like, Earthquake range from my Stunfisk. Almost even Rock Slide range later on if they take a couple more Shadow Claws. But since they've shielded, I'm not upset about shielding myself here. Surf makes sense. That's a little bit better pacing. Shadow Talonflame or regular Talonflame? Okay. I mean, that's not bad. We have a lot of energy here. Wish I had Power Gem to be able to one-shot them and guarantee a shield, but they might just shield this anyway. Let's see what happens. I'll play... It does get the shield, okay. And do they throw in good timing? No. And by not throwing in good timing here, they actually allow me to make a pretty efficient play, where all I have to do now is, like, one Shadow Claw, swap out, go for the Water Pulse, and then I can just get the knockout here without even taking that second Incinerate from this Talonflame. So we can just knock this Pokemon out. We did a lot of Shadow Claw damage against that Jellicent already. We saved energy on our Sableye. We've knocked out a Talonflame. I think there's a good chance G-Fisk has play in the back line. And yeah, I'd say so. That's a Forretress. It does have Volt Switch, which means my Mantine's a little bit worse into it, but also that means my G-Fisk is so much better into it. Get to land a Water Pulse as well, which probably puts him into range, where just one Charge Attack is all we're going to need to knock him out. Our Sableye's around 2. And despite the fact they have Sand Tomb, it's not the most efficient attack in the game. Alright, Stunfisk comes in. They blind throw an attack here. What are they going to throw into us? Is this a Rock Tomb, maybe? I could see it, but that's, like, crazy to just blind Rock Tomb. Servers, don't you dare lag out on me, please! Okay, it's not lagging out, but, like, that's freaking me out. They do Sand Tomb, actually. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter what they do. I'm gonna be honest, they probably lose this game either way. I don't think I'm gonna risk throwing a Charge Attack here. There's a chance if I throw a Charge Attack, the servers just crash. So I'm just gonna go for Fast Move Pressure here, if they're not back in this game. We're gonna win this game either way. They might have just Rage Quit, honestly. There's a good chance this is them just, like, being like, there's no way I beat this. But it's always so hard to tell, especially after what we've seen today. We'll just go for the farm down. We should be good. We should be good. And Sableye, there we go. Finishes off the game. Very cool stuff. All right, next opponent. We'll see Mantine up against a Morpeko. No. No! Don't use this thing. This is bad. But at least I have Galarian Stunfisk that I can swap in and hopefully force them out. Honestly, I'm fine if they stay in here too. Because, like, what are you throwing into us, actually? These Mud Shots are really good chip damage, not gonna lie. I'm kind of surprised that they're throwing something into us. I guess makes sense if they have Seed Bomb to throw it, but also not at all. Unless they're just really weak to G-Fisk. Which, honestly, if you're bringing in Clefable, you're probably pretty soft to G-Fisk. That is not an answer to us. They're at 5, so they have a Meteor Mash right now. 2 away from, what's it called? The Moonblast. That's only a Meteor Mash. Man, what are they doing? I'm so confused. How did we bait out a Fairy type with our Steel type save swap? I don't know, but I'm happy about it. Okay, I'm gonna let them throw in another attack here, because I want to get some extra energy on my G-Fisk, so if I can save it and, like, throw Rock Slides into that Morpeko later on. Like, honestly, Sableye is not unplayable into the Morpeko, especially if I get shields down. I have Drain Punch, right? So it's like, I can do something there at least. So if they do come back in with that, I'm not in a terrible spot. Oh, well, if they shield this, they have to shield a second time. And at this point, if you're down 2 shields, also, then I'm not scared at all of Morpeko. I would love to see a shield. Please shield this for some reason, trainer, please. Okay? Well, this is looking a lot better than it could be. We force energy out of them, and I'm almost certain we just Shadow Claw this down, Drain Punch the Morpeko. Shadow Drain Punch might even just be enough to one-shot them. I think Sableye's about to just put in some work this game. Unless we're running Wigglytuff in the backline, who would run Double Fairy? Oh, they actually do have Double Fairy. I don't love that. I'm gonna switch here. But, like, I still have neutral damage into this with my Mantine. So, like, maybe Water Pulse still does a lot. But of course they had Morpeko Double Fairy. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, trainer. They do Aura Wheel, so they're going to ramp up their damage a little bit quicker than I'd like to see. But, like, technically, I wall Tinkaton with Mantine. So that's something. I'm going to go for Water Pulse here, hoping that it's going to be enough to knock out, but maybe I should have gone for the other play of just double Twister. No, that knocks out. That's the right play, then. Like, I do wall the Gigaton Hammers, technically, but I think that after the Fairy wins here, a Gigaton Hammer would basically knock us out. I might survive. I'm going to no-shield this. I think it's still the smart play to no-shield, because I should survive, and even if I did get knocked out there, there's a good chance Sableye, with Shadow Claw and Drain Punch, would still be able to win us this game, but surviving that is so clutch. Honestly, that's not even that close to getting knocked out there, so that's just Mantine being kind of busted, I guess. Alright, big Drain Punch. I think the second one should knock him out here. We still have a shield to our name, and I don't even think they get to another Gigaton Hammer before I'd be able to Shadow Claw down. Yeah, I think that's only a Bulldoze. I'm not going to test that hypothesis in no shield, but I think that's just a Bulldoze coming through right now. Yeah, okay. And now we Shadow Claw down, and we get the win against the crazy Morpeko Double Fairy team. Next opponent, we'll see Mantine up against a Corviknight. Okay. I would imagine this is all right for us, honestly, head-to-head. Wing Attack's not going to do a lot, but neither is Sand Attack here. And, I mean, I have Stab Water Pulse I can throw against them. If they throw first, I know for a fact it's not going to be a payback, but they are over-farming, so I guess they might be going for it. The best thing about this is I think that Water Pulse, after a couple of wing attacks... Okay, well, it's going to be more than a couple, but over time, it should be able to just go for a 2-shot. But honestly, if they payback us here, maybe I should bring in Sableye. No, they Air Cutter, so I'm definitely not doing that. They're going to be able to pay back in just a second if they want to, but they might just be going for Air Cutter spam. But if they pay back here again, I think I just switch out into Sableye, because that way I know that they can't get to a move like a payback against us first before I get to an attack on Sableye, and saving energy here is probably not a bad play. Oh, Sylveon. How does this matchup play out? Because it does have Shadow Ball now, but it doesn't have a cheap Fairy-type Charge attack, so I bet it's not unplayable for us. That is a lot of damage. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, okay. Well, I mean, could be a Psyshock bait, but that'd be kind of crazy. I think Sableye wins this CMP pretty consistently. Yeah, they're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to risk that a Drain Punch knocks this out. It's not a good move. So I'm going to play it safe and go for the bigger attack, just to make sure that I KO this Pokemon. I don't want it to, like, survive that. With that said, I think maybe going for, like, a fast move farm down here wouldn't be a bad play. They do Shadow Ball, but, like, I'm not that scared of Corviknight still. And I think 5 of these should knock him out. Okay. We get his shield here probably with this Water Pulse, right? I might be in range where I get knocked out, though, by a Weather Ball. And that wouldn't be awesome. 7, yeah, I think a Weather Ball knocks us out. This game's going to get interesting. Because that Corviknight does have a lot of energy on it. Yeah, that does KO us. 8, so they have the move now. 9, 10. I can do one more Mud Shot and throw an Earthquake. But I have to make sure they don't catch on Sylveon. Which, I mean, they can't catch just yet, but, like, they could catch a Rock Slide at some point. This game's gonna get weird. I almost wonder, maybe I should have thrown the Earthquake and then combo played with a Water Pulse. Okay, down goes that, at least. Well, are we gonna see... I would love to see the Sylveon come in for no reason, but no, they come in Corviknight, makes sense. Payback does do a lot of damage to us. Okay. They don't catch, at least. But I haven't thrown yet, so it's not like they had a chance. Payback's gonna hurt. But I do survive it. I'm kind of worried about getting put into Psyshock range, though. And do they know how much energy I have? Because they could go for the catch, and that would be potentially game-losing. I'm just going to full send, and luckily they don't catch, but if they can't get the Psyshock to knock us out, which honestly, I think they're like 2 away, and Psyshock might be enough against us. Okay, come on, G-Fisk, survive. It's resisted, non-stab Psyshock? Is there ever any chance? Come on, Galarian Stunfisk. Okay? Oh my goodness, G-Fisk. You know, we'll take that one. We'll take that one for sure. All right, next opponent. Can we, like, stop getting so many close games? Can I just get, like, slam dunk wins? That's what I want to see. There we go. We're back to the Ninetales leads. This is why I'm leading MANTINE today. It's like everyone is going to be trying out. Oh my goodness. Okay, the Rise to Occasion special, the Carbink, coming in. Well, luckily, I actually haven't answered this, unlike a lot of people in the Go Battle League. They're ABA to Quagsire with this team? You gotta be joking me. You've gotta be kidding. How can you run a team like this? Anyway, I'm happy to see it, so maybe I shouldn't insult them too much. Dude, okay. I'm actually a little bit sad about how much a buffed Earthquake just did there to a Carbink. That's like, I mean, that's good damage, but it's super effective. You think it would do more. Also, they should be going for the Fairy-type attack there, because Rock is resisted by both Ground and Steel, so kind of surprised to see that. But I can abuse this matchup so hard. Like, I don't think I can go for a full farm down without taking a lot of unnecessary damage, but at the very least, I should be able to go for a Rock Slide here, and then go for a farm down, have a lot of energy for that Ninetales if it comes back in. Because I don't want this Carbink switching out. It's like, my other 2 Pokemon aren't amazing for it. So I do want it gone. Big Power Gem again for some reason. Okay. But yeah, big farm down by our G-Fisk here. And I think we can just go, like, double Rock Slide. It is a non-Shadow Ninetales, so maybe they'd no-shield anyway. But at this point, if they do let this go, it's not like there's a lot of things in the game that wall off my Ninetales, or my uh, Mantine plus my Sableye, rather. Especially once Carbink's gone. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. That does so much damage, actually. What the heck? How much does a Weather Ball do? I mean, it probably knocks us out from here at the very least. But I have my Mantine. I've got so much use out of my G-Fisk so far. Why would you Energy Ball me? I'm a Steel type. They get the debuff. I guess that's why. But I still get the next Rock Slide off. Fire is good into G-Fisk. Grass is not. I don't understand that play as much. Anyway, we get the shield here. And now we just come in Mantine, we wall this, and hope that Sableye isn't hardwalled in the backline. Or if it is, then hopefully Mantine at least still has some play into whatever's in the back. Could be double fairy still. Wouldn't be all that surprised to see two fairy types on the same team. We've already seen that today. I don't know what this is, but I know that I have Drain Punch, so it's going to be fine no matter what. It's a Lickilicky, it turns out. Which is like, that's fine for us to see. I can shield with the first move, go for Drain Punch defense boosts. It is super effective, but it actually doesn't do that much damage. Honestly, maybe I shouldn't even go Drain Punch here. Maybe I just go, like, double Foul Play, because it does a decent amount more damage. If I'm being honest, I think that probably is the right play. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think that's just the play. Go for the two-shot. And we shield this up. If they can switch, which I don't know if they can just yet, but if they can switch, I can also just knock them out with a Foul Play. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to just yet. But we just knock out the Lickilicky, and hopefully we can knock out the Ninetales as well with a Foul Play in just a second. Big Foul Play. Down goes the Lickilicky. Ninetales is pretty low too, so yeah, Sableye just closes out the endgame. Awesome, okay. See, these Ninetales, they're everywhere, but Mantine, it's like one of those few Pokemon that just, it just kind of shuts it down. Makes it feel like it's not that good of a Pokemon, but it is. Trust me, Ninetales is good, but Mantine is, it's just meant to counter it, right? Nice, so we knock out the Ninetales, and we get the win. All right, next opponent. We will see. Mantine up against a Shadow Bastiodon. What the heck? All right, well, I hope there's not a Wigglytuff in the back line. At least I have Drain Punch on Sableye, so maybe that's not super bad. Okay, wait a second. This is just really good for us. I'm going to go instantly for the Drain Punch here. I see no reason not to. Well, I see one reason not to, and that's if they no-shield this. But honestly, even if they do, I bet I just farm them all the way down. And if they shield that, that's amazing for us. I mean, I just win switch no matter what this game, right? I get my G-Fisk into the other guy, and then I get my Sableye that's also going to still have a decent amount of HP against their Basti if it comes back in. I'm going to guarantee the knockout here with a Foul Play. I could go for a Drain Punch maybe, but I'm not sure if they're going to go for the no-shield here. So I want to make sure, like, no matter what, yeah, if they no-shield that, I want to guarantee the knockout. And, well, dude, you just saw I had Drain Punch. Why are you coming back in Basti? How much does a Drain Punch do here? This has got to make this matchup so much better for Shadow Sableye. I bet this does, like, a solid 40%. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of damage. They have to throw energy to knock us out, too, before I get my next one off. Shadow Basti might not be it, guys. And was that a CMP? It shouldn't have been, but I think they might have lagged a turn, which, honestly, Bastiodon users do deserve. But this should either get his shield here or potentially knock him out. We get his shield. Dude, Shadow Sableye, oh my goodness, didn't really get buffed this season, but having a little bit more flexibility, not being worried about Wigglytuff around, is actually a really nice thing, right? What is this? Blastoise? Maybe I shouldn't have switched out here. But honestly, I bet this is still really fine. Like, Twister probably two shots. It's a Shadow Blastoise. This guy's like, man, they're so close to being an incredibly based trainer running this team. The problem is they're running a Bastiodon, but they do have, like, Shiny Shadow Blastoise and Shadow Feraligatr, which is, like, almost really cool. I'm going to shield this up just in case they Skull Bash us. Anything else and they lose, a Skull Bash, like, the only reason that would be kind of scary is the defense boost. And yeah, if they get shielded on that, then that's not even that big of a worry. So now we just go for the Twister. We wing attack all the way down here, and I think we're going to get the win. Okay, yeah, that doesn't quite knock him out, but, like, still, we farm them down, or even if we don't, we've done way too much work to this Blastoise. And there we go, farm down. Can I Water Pulse the Basti and knock it out? They are not going to let me. That's sad. Although, that might have been a 5-0. That might have been redemption for the first two sets here. Potentially. Is that... Was I correct? I was correct. 5-0. Finally, first 5-0 of the season. Took long enough. Get a Pineco. Not too bad. And we get up to rank number 4. I mean, this seems actually pretty strong, I think. And this team really did work out. I was kind of struggling the first couple of sets, not gonna lie. People are crazy in the early ranks. But anyway, Mantine and Stunfisk, very good core. Shadow Sableye, with way fewer Wigglytuff in the meta, has so many good matchups neutrally. This Pokemon up any sort of energy is so strong. Mantine and G-Fisk, they pair very well with it too. Give this team a go if you want to try out some of these new picks. But yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.